Oh, I'm just going to take a deep breath. Dear lovely YouTube watchers, I need tech support, please. ChatGPT isn't cutting it today for me. Can anyone explain to me how I turn the auto focus off using a Logitech 920 webcam in order to stop it from jumping around every time I'm reading something? Now, I'm using my laptop because when I use my computer with Zoom, I can't use another app that I like to use for work the next day because, don't ask me why, I don't know why. I've been having all sorts of issues with tech this week. And Venus is going back. I was going to say Neptune's going backwards, but no, it's Venus is going backwards. Sorry, I'm jogging the desk. I'm not going to bore you with my tech issues, okay? But while I'm talking about that, I'm just going to calm down and try and put myself in a reasonably calm space to be able to do these readings again, the storm and the river, because I rushed it the other day due to all my tech issues. I'm sticking to using the laptop for tarot readings because I need my computer for work and I can't risk it screwing up and not working after, just because I've used it for Zoom. That's just ridiculous, isn't it? So excuse me, I'm just going to do some clicking in the background here while I'm messing about, trying to not distract myself. I'm probably going to cut a lot of this out, dear lovely YouTube readers, because I know it's the first few minutes that count with these readings, but I really do need to calm down because it just sends me, it does. My blood pressure goes up. I'm sure, you know, when you can feel yourself getting warmer, that's what happens to me when the tech screws up. And I know it's because I don't understand it. I don't understand why on a laptop and using Zoom, I wouldn't be able to access the advanced settings to turn off the autofocus on the webcam, okay? Because when I use it on the computer, it just allows me to click the button, I click the settings, go into the camera, dun dun dun, simple, it's done. Maybe I should use the SDC video editor on the laptop. I might try that in a minute. I might just give myself a complete headache and try that. And the storm and the river, between the storm and the river, and I come up with, honestly, I did 4 readings. I lost 2 of them because that's what happens when I'm messing about with the tech. Mr. Beast the other day, he said, the first 100 videos you do are going to be rubbish. For me, that means the first 300 videos I do are going to be rubbish. If you do have a look at yesterday's upload, which was the 21st of July, you'll see a hurriedly put together video, but the readings were quite good and I did quite like them. So I felt like somebody was going to get some use out of them. So I uploaded them. I didn't have the recording for the meaning of the storm or the river. So I'm just going to share this with you now before I open the cards again, because that's how I feel about it. I love the storm and I love the river because both those cards and elements are very, very powerful. And I feel as if I haven't done them justice, so I've got to do them again. Now, the storm, the chaos, the whirlwind, the disorder. Possessing an energy, much like the Tarot's Tower card, the storm undoes all that is. Everything that was solid, known, and relied upon is stripped away by the winds of fate. The ground becomes the sky becomes the centre, and then the centre disappears. The storm is a great equaliser. No matter how far we've come on the path, no matter our age, wealth, or wisdom, we can't hide from its savage winds. Their disturbing howls stir anxiety, make it impossible to see and think straight. You must wait it out. If you try to fight the storm, you will lose. A better option is to seek temporary shelter and a reliable friend. When all else fails, go within. There for a moment, you settle into the eye of the storm. Storm's intention is to rebalance your equilibrium. It is a result of precarious conditions, not the cause of them. The storm lays bare the truth that there are forces larger than you. This understanding is a relief, but also a predicament of power that requires your surrender. Okay, you have to surrender to something. Now, I'm still going to do these readings together with the river, because the river, I feel, brings hope. It's a growth, it's a natural flow, it's a natural progression. The river of life, you can't get out of it, you can't stop. It just flows around you if you feel stuck. And that word has come up a lot for me this week, the idea of being stuck. So I feel as though from a place of stuck, we're going to have a storm that's going to blow us back into the river of life. Yeah, that's how this feels to me. The river. There is a reason so many rituals of change and rebirth take place in the river. It is forgiveness embodied in physical form, without asking anything in return. The river washes away what is no longer necessary, smoothing over sharp edges and accepting all our mistakes and grievances. And once we step in, we are no longer in control. The river carries us far down the stream of transformation than we planned to go. Its waters have a special gift for reflecting back to us a new and dreamlike vision. Once the tears have passed, we see ourselves as we haven't before, with a little more lightness, grace, and fluidity. I'm always the autofocus, making it go blurry. Look at this little river. You see that? Gorgeous card, isn't it? The river is the real thing, full of deep emotion and potential. Nothing to hide, nothing to judge. May you drink in the sight of your true self. Okay? So we're going to wash away the old and we're going to step into the new. That sounds a reasonable thing to do, doesn't it? You can only resist the river for so long. Eventually, it will pull you toward change. So you may as well get in with style and grace. That's the question, isn't it? How are you going to get in? And how are you going to get out again? And what's your method of transport? What is it? Can you? Somebody else rowing a boat? What's happening here? I'm going to do 4 readings for each of these little elephants. The pink rose quartz, which I associate with the heart. The white elephant, which is spiritual, and I consider that to be sort of around the outside of everybody, around the outside of the person. It's the part of us that joins with the universe. Right? One for the lilac elephant, which I consider to be the mental one. The one for your psychic awareness, your psychic abilities, and also your thoughts. And the other one, which is the physical one, which is for a person who feels as though they're really in tune with their body, and the material world is the most important thing for them at the moment. And of course, we all do go through phases in our lives where we are more inclined towards one of these than the others. So depending on where you are in life and whichever one appeals to you, watch that reading. And best still, just sit and be calm and watch all of the reading. And give me some feedback. Let me know how you feel. Now this audio is coming through my laptop at a distance. It's not a microphone. It's just an inbuilt into the laptop. Let me know if it's worse or better than what I have been doing. But I associate the green with emotions and the pink with romance. So I like to have a green one, but we're just going to pretend that this is the green. Do you love the YouTube? The coincidence that happened to me this week. One of the coincidences. I was in a charity shop with one of my friends, and she pointed out a jug on the side of the little shelf with all the knickknacks, you know, the homeware, where people get rid of all their old rubbish that they just don't want. And there was this little jug, and it said, for dripping. Now, you've got to be really old to remember at the time when people used to eat dripping sandwiches. It was literally eating fat off the meat. I know, it's disgusting. But my dad used to do that. And so she said, look at that. Look, one for lard and one for dripping. So yeah, my dad used to literally love dripping. And I think it's something to do with whatever food you're given as a child, what you have as you're being brought up, it holds a special place in your taste buds, right? That is what happened. So I'm really sorry about this autofocus. I can only apologise. I'm going to try and ignore it and not let it get to me. Although I used to think that the mental one, the one with the psychic ability, was more in tune with the white one, the spiritual one. So I used to think it was red, pink, lilac, white. But now I'm starting to think the pink one is more spiritual than the psychic one and the mental health one. Depending on which way round, how strong your psychic gifts are and how in tune you are with your feelings, I guess. Okay, so let's start, shall we? Let's see. For this beautiful little physically focused elephant between the storm and the river. Oh, intention. Do you know what that brings? Power. And I've kept this one out because this represents power. And I was thinking as I was opening these cards, the power of choice, the power to be brave. And that is this intention. It's having the power of choice and knowing when to use it. Balance. Now, I love this card for balance for a person who's in their physical nature. Balance between the material and the spiritual. Balance between destruction and change. Because if you're going through this change and you're getting in the river, you need your balance because you do not want to be falling over in the river. Dear love, be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. Okay? And often people who believe that they are this physical body don't necessarily value themselves or recognise the grace that they have being human on the planet. They often don't. They're so wrapped up with bricks and mortar and money and mortgages and car payments that they stop thinking about their own needs. You know, you're more than a creator of resources to cover your physical needs. You're so much more than that. But obviously, if you haven't got that bit, it's very difficult then to move into the other area of looking at your creativity and your spirituality and looking after your mental health. You know, if you're all wrapped up in the basic things that you need for life. And you've got the lion heart. And the reason I say wow is because I love this. It's powerful, it's passionate, it's pink, it's matching this physical reading, isn't it? Lion heart is asking you to be brave, which is also what this is, the bravery to make a choice. Oh, lovely. The thunderbolt. Now that card came up the other day when I did these readings. And now I put the readings on possibly today or yesterday. I didn't do the readings today or yesterday. I did the readings ages ago, at least a week ago. When I did them, this card came up for storm. So I'm really happy to see it again because I've shuffled the cards. I put the cards away. They've been sitting in a little drawer and I've got them all out again, shuffled them again. And yeah, here it is, beautiful. And it's with the red elephant, which is exactly what happened last time. So I'm happy about that. Let's see now. 8 of Wands. Oh, this is perfect. This is, for the red elephant, this is perfect because the red elephant loves material, loves the material things in life. And the 8 of Wands, I associate 8s with work. Now, if you go on Google and you look up the 8 of Wands, probably no one's going to mention work. There's going to be no mention of it. But my understanding of these cards has come about from years of looking at them, years of studying and recognising patterns that play out in people's lives. And this works for me to associate the 8 with work. It works. The 8 of Wands suggests success for this little red elephant. Yeah. The Princess of Swords. Now, I don't particularly like the swords one. I don't want to be warning you about anybody in your life. And it could even be you. Someone needs to wield the sword of truth, possibly. Because obviously when you have the storm and the river, something has to break down. Right? Oh my God, the Queen of Swords. Okay, so here's a conflict, clear conflict between 2 people, possibly 3. Okay, conflict all round. Nothing that you can't handle. Look what's come up. but it has come up upside down. So now you've got the 8 wands and the 7 of wands. Now the wands I see as the wishing cards. It's the cards where you desperately want things to change, but you don't believe you've got the power. And this reading is reminding you of the power of intention. You do have the power, but you're the person that has to make the choice. There we go. And it's going to lead to much happiness. This is your cup overflowing, and you're living it large. You're just being like a person who's got everything they could possibly want. But in order to get there, you've got to walk through these obstacles and what could be really frightening for you. It could be like stepping out onto a dark night, blindfolded with not much of a stability around you, feeling quite vulnerable, actually being vulnerable, at risk of taking steps that are going to hurt you. But there's nothing you can't handle. You can see the obstacles. This is not the first time you've had this experience. You can do this. You can trust yourself that you know that if you can walk through this graveyard of minds, you can come out to a positive end. One of your cards launched itself onto the floor. The 3 of chalices, there we go. It's definitely going to be a happy ending for you, but you're the person that has to take the risk. Look at this, the risk, the devil. The devil meaning the commitment, making a commitment to your new pathway. Once you've made that commitment, nothing can stand in your way. You just make all of your thoughts, right, there you go, all of your thoughts about the positive ending and the aspects of change. And this is what's holding you back here. Or this is going to be the hard part. It's going to be a lot of worry. It's going to be a lot of frustration. But look, you're going to make it. 7 of clubs. You've got everything that you need. You know, you might have everything that you want, and you definitely probably won't have a lot extra, but you've got enough. And that is all that you need, really, to get you through the storm situation, from making the decision into the river of change. You can do it, and you're going to make it safely to the other side with everything still intact. Good luck, dear lovely person who's looking at the red elephant. Let me know how you get on. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Did it again, YouTube. Opened up the cards for this beautiful little lilac elephant and forgot to press the record button. Laugh with me. And I just don't think I've got it in me to do this reading again. I really don't. But watch me undo the cards. Watch me read them again. It's going to be a really quick reading. It's going to be a 2-minute reading instead of 20 minutes that I just did. Okay, I'm just going to quickly go through the cards that came up for you. Romance came up with a beautiful lilac colour. It's amazing how many lilac cards did just come up. With this sea turtle, protection. You are master of finding life's flow, which is handy since you're stepping into the river. Be in harmony with the rhythm and your path will unfold. Harmony. Number 6, I associate with harmony. You've got loads of number 6s in this reading. Persevere and you will succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. And that's what's come up in this reading. It's like you want change. There needs to be change. You don't need another person to deal with this change. There's someone in your life who doesn't necessarily want the same level of change that you're prepared for. The anticipation of what's going to happen is quite nerve-wracking for you, because this is the card of the mental health elephant and also the psychic awareness, right? Isn't it? And the card that came up for that is beyond illusion, and asking you just to make sure that you're not living in a daydream. Consciousness also came up, which is you being self-aware, you being conscious of your own thoughts and thinking, making sure you're not wearing rose-coloured glasses around this romance situation. Or if you have a chance, look up limerence and what that means, the meaning of limerence. The Cracker Childhood Fairy goes on about it all the time in our videos. It's that idea that you live with the idea of a person rather than looking at what's actually there and what's actually happening. This is the strength card. You've got the strength to make new choices for yourself. And Hanged Woman is like Hanged Man, it's the waiting card. Someone who's been waiting around. And that is very lilac-y as well, that card, isn't it? A lot of these are lilac in the background, which I absolutely love these. And the person she's waiting around for isn't emotionally ready for the level of change that she wants. And he is calling the shots. Or she, depending on who it is. But you are more ready for a level of change than they are. And it's okay, because here's your sixes. This is your harmony with finances, harmony with money. The six, the Lover's card, which could be a love situation. It could be the choice of two paths. The Eight of Coins, still earning money through work. The Queen of Wands suggests that you are the person that can wave the wand of change. Okay? The Five of Wands is this person trying to make things work, but they haven't got the power to do it. And that's the two Six of Coins you've got. So that the other person that's involved in your decision-making process is not emotionally ready to risk the level of money that you are prepared to risk. And so they're trying to come up with all these concoctions, trying to come up with a plan, a way to slow you down, a way to stop you from charging ahead, or whatever it is that you think is the way forward. Now, the way forward may not be with this person. You might want to leave this person behind and go your own way, which is fine if that's what you want to do. But equally, you might have to spend a little bit more time waiting for this person to catch you up. How long do you want to wait? That's your choice. It's up to you. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. See you lovely people watching my YouTube. I'm going to choose the person who likes the pink elephant. The pink elephant, the person who's living with their hearts at the moment. I say at the moment because sometimes we live more with our heart, but sometimes in others, don't we? And if you're living with your heart and you're going through all this change, it's going to be more of a challenge for you than most of the others. I like to hazard a guess. It's going to be more for you. I'll drop that little card. I'll drop that one. Oh yeah, look, Four of Hearts, perfect. This one fell out, so I'm going to use that one. Four of Hearts. What happens with the Four of Hearts? One person is hopelessly devoted to another person who has to do all the work, but they have to do all the work because they'll pay any price for love. Somebody who's happy to pay any price for love. Oh, look at that, trust. This reading is all about you trusting that making these changes is going to come out all right in you. Trust that the river and going with the flow is going the right way. Now, this elephant is looking back in the past. And this reading is asking you to look to the future. Don't want you looking behind you. Abundance. Oh, yes, please. That says you've got everything you need. All the love in the world. That's what that says. And this isn't necessarily about money, or that I hazard a guess it isn't about money, because often you find people who are very feeling tend not to focus on the money. They do. And they give their money away to other people, or they help other people at the expense of themselves, you know. So let's make sure that we've got clear boundaries in place so that you don't get burnt. Dear lovely little pink elephant, while you're going through the eye of the storm, you're going to get into the flow. And it's all going to work out nicely. You have to make sure that your boundaries to keep yourself safe are in place. Okay? Giraffe, the visionary. Rise above. Sorry, I've got to say that in. Rise above earthly matters. Make me laugh because the giraffe rises above, doesn't it, just by the length of its neck. So that suggests to me that you don't actually have to do anything different to rise above. You're already there. You're already living in a little pink bubble of feeling, a little pink bubble of happiness and love and romance and kindness, and that's enough for you. Glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path. Stand tall in your self-worth and love with a big heart. That's beautiful, isn't it? I love the idea that all this love stuff is coming up for the pink elephant. Oh, dream time. Okay. Dream time is great. Love the idea of dream time. But I'm here just to remind you that when you're going through change and risk, it might be a good idea to keep your feet on the ground, okay? I know you've got pink rose-coloured glasses on. I know you want to look at things as if everything's great. But if you could just get a dream journal, start writing down your dreams. First thing in the morning when you wake up, just write them down. All the details, often it comes to you. Important bits of information brought to you in your dream state. Okay? And the time for dream state is at night time, not during the day. Reel it back in. If you catch yourself daydreaming during this period of change and big decisions, reel it in. Know what's actually happening. There we go. Moment to moment. Yeah, this is now your path. Instead of living in the future or some daydream that is wishful thinking, reel it back into what's actually happening right now. What do you need to look at is going on for you right now? What's real? What's really happening? Okay? So I don't want to burst your bubble here. I don't want you to feel as though there's anything wrong here. There isn't. But the idea being that you make more sensible choices are good for you by keeping your feet on the ground, right? Which is a complete contradiction to this rise above earthly matters, right? In the dream time, rising above, and yet this one wants you to come back to earth. So it is being grounded. It's recognizing that you are capable of such deep love that you can get swept away and carried away. And this reading is telling you that's fantastic. It's wonderful that you've reached those heights. You know what that feels like. It's brilliant. It's beautiful that you've got this ability. But also remember, when you put your foot down into the river, you need to know where it's going to land. Okay, it's not just stepping out willy-nilly with no plan, not knowing what's going to happen. You do need to have a certain amount of planning. Here we go, look at this, the number 8, justice. Now, as I said in my other readings, I associate 8 with work. Yeah? But this looks like fairness for you, both at work and, because it's with the pink reading, in love. And this justice is wearing a beautiful red dress, which is deeper than the pink. So it's a true love, it's real, finally. Oh yes, the tower. I love that. There's definitely going to be an absolute change of circumstances. Lots of change for you. And here you are again, Queen of Cups. Okay, yeah, this is a woman who lives emotionally. Queen of Cups, Head of Cups, emotions. Tower represents a complete breakdown of a situation. It doesn't mean destruction, but it does mean change. And they're being really happy. Look at this. Oh, beautiful. The 9 of Cups. It's all the pinks, all the love, all the emotions. And 9 is lots of things to celebrate. So there's lots of things to look forward to. And what you have to watch out for is deceits and someone around you who's not as open-hearted or as honest as you are. You are capable of having the blinkers pulled over your eyes because you like to believe in all this love stuff and all this beauty and all isn't it all wonderful. And not everyone is like that, and not everyone can be trusted. Here's the Fool card, which is, that's Forrest Gump. It's Tom Hanks walking out on the road with his little white dog. I don't remember him having a little white dog in the Forrest Gump, do you? Let me know. And he's got this. What's he got in his hand? Hold on. What's that? Is that a little white rose? Okay, so that's my symbol for today's reading. Let me know, to lovely watchers of my little readings, when you see a white rose. And the Fool is not what you think it is. The Fool doesn't mean you're being stupid. The Fool means stepping out and trying something new, stepping onto your new path, which of course this whole reading is about how you're going to get onto your new path and what's going to happen. Oh, look at this. Taming the dragon. It's not a dragon, sorry, it's a lion, but it's got a dragon's face on it. Look at that. What is that all about? It's the 7 of Swords. It's a bit of deceit. It's twice, so that's twice. You've got that card twice. That's definitely something. Somebody who's wearing a mask that's pretending to be vulnerable, like something that's protecting you, but actually it's not. It's got different designs on you than you think. Okay, but it's okay because it's here and you can spot it. So you just have to look for the signs, that's all. And there it is again. Look at this, the Lovers. How beautiful. I love this Lovers card for this reading. because you are going to have a person to spend the next bit with. There's no question about it. Now, the Lovers card comes up also for choice, making a decision. The Nine of Cups twice. How beautiful. Look at it. It's even pink in these cards, and these cards aren't pink, but look at them. Oh, beautiful. It's twice. That's really, really happiness, deep happiness and joy. Beautiful. And here he is, the Knight of Wands. Now, Knight's been changed, and Wands are wishing, and it feels like somebody's waved a magic wand over your life. The Earth Mother. There's a person who's got her feet firmly on the ground. And that's what I'm feeling from this reading. Yes, you've got the ability to do the love thing. Yes, you've got the ability to see romance everywhere. And you've got the beauty of feeling and passion with another person. But at the same time, this reading is asking you that during this period of change and growth, please do protect yourself and recognise when people haven't got your best interests at heart. You've got to be strong and cut them out of your life. You just take your wand and shoot them away. Right? Just shoot them out, gone. You don't have to allow them to manipulate you, let you feel bad, get you feel things so deeply that it's not difficult for people to manipulate you, because you imagine everyone else feels that, and they actually don't. Not everyone feels the same things the same way that you do. Okay? Keep me posted, let me know how you get on. Yeah. Hello, the lovely person who's drawn to this white elephant, the spiritual nature of our human experience. You're going to need some spirituality to get through the next steps. Let's have a quick look what they are, shall we? Play, yay. Oh, look, this isn't even going to be a challenge for you. Being a spiritually adept person, you're going to find it all really quite a laugh. Look at this, music. Finding things to do with music and being with people who love music. And the white stallion, don't you just find that absolutely perfect? I love it when these colours match up. And the white stallion has an orange outside, and the music, she's got red hair. That is brown, but it's a similar sort of shade of colours. It's the orange, isn't it? And play. So there you go. You're not going to have any issues with this next. Oh, look at that. This one. You're not going to have any issues with the next stage that you're about to go through, dear lovely white elephant. Swan grace. You who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. There we go. Focusing on beauty. Oh my gosh, look at this. Success. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And lovely orange shades. Look at that. Walking on top of the world. Tiger to ride on. It's just fantastic. It's wonderful. It's perfect. You couldn't ask for more, could you? This is the easiest ride across this change from the storm to the river of all these readings so far. Oh yeah. Knight of Swords. Again, the Knight brings change, and the Swords matches with the storm, because the Swords is often quite decisive and quite aggressive. It can be. The Queen of Pentacles, this matches with the success financially. Oh, look, and the Six of Cups. This is harmony in love. This is a relationship that brings harmony and an easy match. Nine of Wands, there's the wish card, what you're wishing for. It's all happening. Oh, the Two of Cups. It looks like a new relationship, and it's literally a rowing boat on the river. What is it I've been saying? What sort of vehicle are you going to be paddling on this river, and who are you doing it with? Well, you've got a choice here to do it with someone else. There's someone else offering you a lift in their boat. Judgment. It's like the universe is saying, yeah, I've judged you and decided that you're going to have an easy ride. Of all the people and all the things that are happening at the moment in this storm to the river and get out the other side, you, dear lovely white elephant, are not going to have any issues or problems at all. Three of Wands, it's almost like you're having your wishes granted. You're going to have success financially, success at work, and success at love. Look at that. It's crazy. I can't believe that you've got all these amazing cards. Look at this. It's perfect. There's a person for you. Eight of Chalices. There we go. Work that you love and people that love you. And that's other people looking at you adoringly because they realise all the things that you've done in your life that have brought you to this stage. Oh, that's amazing. I absolutely love that reading. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.